A simple online search will show you just how diverse our planet is. Yet it isn't until you see these surreal destinations with your own eyes that you can both appreciate their beauty and untamed power. Here are 15 most surreal places on Earth that look like paintings and scenes from science fiction movies. Number 15. Danakil Depression, Ethiopia. Found in the northern section of the Afar Triangle in Ethiopia, the Danakil Depression is the hottest place on Earth. Beneath the surface, continental drift has created one of the most unique and alien-esque landscapes you'll experience on your travels. At its hottest, the Danakil Depression can reach over 130 degrees Fahrenheit. It's one of the world's most desolate and dangerous regions, where acidic springs, lava lakes, and volcanoes dot the landscape. Yet there are still signs of humanity, from the ghost town of Delol to the nomadic Afar, who have survived in this surreal location for centuries. Number 14. Whitehaven Beach, Whitsunday Island, Australia. Found along the famous Great Barrier Reef, Whitehaven Beach is rated as one of the most spectacular on Earth. For good reason, too. Eco-friendly and always pristine, the blinding white sands lead to calm seas with a vibrant world beneath the surface. Such a paradise tends to be remote, yet Whitehaven is only 30 minutes from the accessible Whitsunday Island. The crystal clear water is as blue as the sky above, making for excellent diving, with the impossibly white sand greeting you with open arms as you make your way back to the surface. Number 13. Lençóis Maranhenses, Brazil. Words can't do justice to the dune and lagoon combination found within Lençóis Maranhenses. At the same time, it is both starkly contrasting, yet the partnership is effortless. Only when standing on the golden dunes and admiring the turquoise waters will you understand. The massive dunes are spread across an eye-catching rolling expanse. Each peak rolls down into a trough of bright blue water, one of the national park's 1,000-plus lagoons. The otherworldly sight is surprisingly off the beaten path, and one enjoyed without a horde of fellow adventurers. Number 12. Antelope Canyon, Arizona, USA. Impeccably carved by thousands of years of rain and wind, Antelope Canyon is a narrow passageway harboring some of the most spectacular landscapes on Earth. At its most narrow, the Slot Canyon is a mere 3 feet wide, having already dropped as much as 100 feet. The moment you step into either the upper or lower canyon, you'll feel a world away from the arid Arizona landscape, with the canyon artfully guiding you along. The beams that reach the canyon's floor add an extra layer of beauty to an already stunning destination. Mount Roraima, Venezuela. Seeing Mount Roraima in person is a visceral experience. You may have come across it previously, as the famous plateau above the clouds was a popular screensaver. The mountain is surrounded by stark cliffs that lead to an open, flat-topped mountain 1,300 feet above everything else. The unique geography dictates weather on a micro level, leading to it often being surrounded by clouds beneath the edge of the plateau. From Gran Sabana, you can trek to the summit over multiple days, making your way from valley to peak through a wet, lush, and unforgettable landscape where a whole other world awaits. Number 10. Underwater Waterfall, Mauritius. From up above, there are few more surreal sights than Mauritius's underwater waterfall. In the middle of the Indian Ocean, the waterfall tumbles down a deep crevice into the deep, endless blue just off the edge of the lush island. If you're still trying to wrap your head around it, don't worry, it's merely an optical illusion. The 2.5-mile drop would make it the tallest waterfall on Earth. However, the look of the waterfall is formed by the combination of sand and silt that run along the island's ocean shelf. Number 9. Deadly, Namibia. Featuring one of the largest sand dunes on Earth and a petrified forest, Deadly, or Dead Marsh, is a strange yet awe-inspiring destination. Over the ages, the dunes have rusted thanks to clay in the subsoil. As a result, the petrified trees, some as old as 1,000 years, stand frozen in time as others decay under the endless sun. When you aren't admiring the skeletal trees, you can gaze upon dunes that soar over 1,300 feet towards the heavens. But not all life is lost. You can discover salsala shrubs, surviving off morning mists. This monstrous red dunes of Deadly are in Namib Nekluft National Park. Number 8. Kelimutu Lakes, Indonesia. Located on Flores Island, the Kelimutu Lakes are a trio of alpine lakes surrounded by dense greenery and rock burnt by ancient lava flow. However, these lakes are far from your regular bodies of water. Frequent changes in the water's chemical elements means the water changes color as much as 6 times per year. Accessing Mount Kelimutu, home to the Twin Lakes, isn't difficult, with a sunrise hike adding even more memories to an unforgettable destination. Hiking trails lead to a natural balcony with breathtaking views of both the lake and into the distance. Number 7. Cenotes of the Yucatan, Mexico. Scattered along the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico is a collection of beautiful cenotes that provide some of the most memorable diving experiences. Cenotes are often found in regions rich in limestone, creating underground swimming holes filled with fresh water, marine life, and flora. Each cenote has its own personality, whether it be an open-air cave or fully underground with giant stalactites dangling from the ceiling. Many are considered spiritual places, whose underwater tunnels are teeming with historic artifacts and the legends of ancient gods, such as the sacred cenote near Chichen Itza. Others are great for diving, with dancing light and fossils, including Case Cenote. Number 6. Salar de Uyuni, Bolivia. You may know them as the Bolivia Salt Flats, but Salar de Uyuni is the proper name for the world's largest salt flats. The famous natural wonder sits on the high desert plains in the country's southwest and features a phenomenon known as the world's largest mirror. The salt flats present travelers with incredible reflections where it's hard to discern what is up and what is down. The horizon is a blur in the distance that warps perspective, or an object in the distance can appear to be right next to you, yet infinitely smaller. Number 5. Meteora, Greece. One of the largest archaeological sites in Greece, Meteora, is a collection of 9th century monasteries surrounded by monoliths that have outlived humanity. In total, 6 breathtaking monasteries provide a stunning glimpse into the lives of those in ancient Greece. The Meteora cliffs were destined to be seen as a place of the divine. It's a remote, peaceful, and intrinsically spiritual place. The monasteries were developed on enormous sandstone cliffs that were carved by thousands of years of wind and rain. Some stand as high as 1,500 feet above the valley floor, with monks needing ladders and ropes to reach their hallowed retreat. Number 4. Honghihani Rice Terraces, China. From above, the Honghihani Rice Terraces look like a work of abstract art by Jackson Pollock, but it's really a complex system of rice terraces spread across 1 million acres in the foothills of the Alau Mountains. The terraces have existed for over 1,200 years, capturing the rolling water as it makes its way down on the valley below. The Honghihani Rice Terraces span 4 counties and 82 quaint villages that also feature a range of cattle, ducks, and fish. The collaboration on a technical level is astounding, but it's the rainbow-esque terraces that will linger long in your memory. Number 3. Cappadocia, Turkey. In central Turkey, Cappadocia is a scene straight out of a fairy tale. Combining both natural and man-made beauty, it's a spellbinding destination. The region combines 5 provinces featuring awe-inspiring desert landscapes packed with rock chimneys, rolling hills, and deep valleys that reflect the early morning light. Travelers come to Cappadocia to see it from above. The openness of the scenery works well with a slow-rising sun, whose beams create a dancing mass of shadows and light. But its vastness is underrated. There's much to see on the ground, from charming towns, historic caves, home to early inhabitants, and a region teeming with delicious eats. Number 2. The Pinnacles, Australia. In Nambong National Park in Western Australia, the Pinnacles are a rare geological formation in a country full of them. 2 hours north of Perth, the Pinnacles are formed from limestone deposits left behind after the ocean receded over 25,000 years ago. Erosion played its part, carving each pinnacle into another masterpiece. These pillars of dense deposits and ancient seashells stand as high as 12 feet tall. From the impressive pillars, you can see the landscape change from vast desert to sparkling sand dunes and eventually the blue of the endless Indian Ocean. Number 1. Chocolate Hills, Bohol, the Philippines. The Chocolate Hills in the Philippines are a collection of over 1,000 mounds that turn chocolatey brown during Bohol's dry season. Scattered like giant termite mounds through otherwise lush forests, the seemingly identical look of each would lead many to think they're man-made. Instead, the mounds were formed by the erosion of limestone over thousands of years. Only the hills remain to tell the tale. From various viewpoints, including at Segbayan Peak, you can admire the chocolate hills that spread near and far. Which of these 15 most surreal destinations on Earth would you like to see for yourself? Do let us know in the comments. Please subscribe to Travel the World. Thank you for watching.